exchange differences relating to foreign currency borrowings to the extent they are regarded as adjustment to interest cost. Okay, now what does this mean? Okay, so there is an example which is given in the standard. Okay, let's go and solve that example to better understand. Fine. Here, example 1. XYZ Limited has taken a loan of USD 10,000 on April 1, 2016 for a specific project at an interest rate of 5% payable annually. On April 1, 2016, the exchange rate between the currencies was 45 per dollar. The exchange rate as at 31st March 2017 is 48 per dollar. The corresponding amount could have been borrowed by XYZ Limited in local currency at an interest rate of 11% per annum as on April 1, 2016. The following computation would be made to determine the amount of borrowing for the purpose of AS 16. Now they've asked you four things to calculate, which is interest for the period, increase in liability towards the principal amount, interest that would have resulted if the loan was taken in INR, difference between interest on local currency borrowings and foreign currency borrowings. Okay, these are pretty simple requirements. Let's get into detail. Now when I'm talking about interest for the period, okay, I have taken a loan in USD. How much is the USD? Dollar 10,000. Okay, now I have to pay interest on this dollar 10,000 at what percent? They've given you 5%. Okay, into 5%, which means my interest for the year is $500. Yes. Why am I taking it annually? Because if you see, I have taken the loan on April 1. They said payable annually, which means when am I paying this? I'm paying this on 31st March. That is when I am paying that. So now my liability of that interest as on 31st March is 500 USD for interest. Now I am XYZ Limited, an Indian company. Okay, so I'm preparing my financial statements in INR. Okay, so if I have an interest cost, okay, finance charge in USD, I have to convert that into INR. Now when am I paying this? I'm paying this on 31st March, which means in order for me to pay 500 USD of interest on 31st March, I have to borrow 500 USD on 31st March. Yes, at what rate can I borrow $500 as on 31st March? They've given you the rate as on 31st March is 48 per dollar. Okay, which means my interest for the period in INR would be rupees 24,000. That is interest for the period. Why? Because I have to record 24,000 as interest in INR. Okay, I'm not preparing the USD financial statements. Okay, so that is interest for the period. Next, coming to increase in the liability towards the principal amount. Here, I have a principal of $10,000. Okay, now at what rate did I record this, and when did I record this? I recorded it around April 1. That is when I took a loan. Okay, now on April 1, okay, what is the rate of USD? It is 45 per dollar, which means when I took this loan, okay, when I converted this loan into INR, I had converted this loan at 45 per dollar, which means in my books of accounts I have recorded this loan, this liability at 48. Okay, now when I come to the end of the year, that is on 31st March, okay, when I have to show my balance sheet. Now when I show my balance sheet, I have to show a loan. Okay, now this loan should be equal to dollar 10,000. That is my liability. Now what is the interest rate? What is the rate of dollar which correctly reflects $10,000? Now I had recorded this at say 45 uh, 4,50,000. Okay, that was at what value I recorded this. So at that point, when was this recorded at? This was recorded at on 1st April. Now on 1st April, the dollar rate was rupees 45. So this correctly showed that my loan is $10,000. Now when I come to 31st March, when I have a loan showing 31st March, I have to show that I am liable to a loan of $10,000. Now, what rate will basically justify or show $10,000? So here, if I restate this to 48 per dollar, which means if I restate my loan to 4 lakh 80, okay, it will correctly show that I am liable to dollar 10,000, which means I have to restate my loan. Okay, from what to what? I have to restate my loan from 4 lakh 50,000 to 4 lakh 80,000, which means my liability is increasing by how much? 30,000. Yes, what is what? The difference between 48 and 45. So my increase is computed as 48 minus 45, which is rupees 30,000. Clear? So that is the increase in the liabilities towards the principal amount, that is 10,000. Now let's go to the next point there. Next point is interest that would have resulted if the loan was taken in INR. Now here I took a loan USD 10,000. Had I taken this loan in INR, okay, I am not taking this loan now. The for once, just forget about taking the USD loan. How much of INR amount equivalent is this? Now 45, which means I have taken a loan of 4,50,000 when as on April 1, 2016. Okay, they said you have to find the interest that would have been resulted if the loan was taken in INR. Now here, what is the interest rate they have given you that it would have been? They have given you is 11%. Now on this 4,50,000, I would have paid 11% as interest. Yes, so my INR interest would have been 49,500 if I had taken the loan in INR. So had I taken the loan in INR, I would have paid an interest of 49,500. But I have taken a loan in USD. Now, if I have taken a loan in USD, what is the total cost for me? This is the total cost, which is rupees 54,000. Yes. See, even though I'm paying an interest of 24,000, this 30,000 which I have, okay, is nothing but called what? This 30,000 is called exchange difference. Okay, why is this exchange difference coming? It's coming because of change in exchange rate. Okay, so whenever you borrow in foreign currency, you are always exposed to exchange fluctuation, which is exchange difference. Yes, so now here comes the part. Now let's see the fourth part. They said what is the difference between, okay, interest on local currency borrowing and foreign currency borrowing. Now what they are asking you, what is the interest in local currency borrowing? It is 49,500. What is the interest on foreign currency borrowing? It is 24,000, which means when I just compare interest to interest, okay, I have saved 25,500 for interest. Okay, now that is just with respect to this question. Now if I go up and read the point, read the last point, it says exchange difference relating to foreign currency borrowing to the extent it is regarded as an adjustment to interest cost. Okay, now what am I talking about here? I'm talking about exchange difference. Okay, now what is the exchange difference in this question? The exchange difference is 30,000. Okay, now what does this point mean? Now this point means basically that out of this total, exchange difference is basically bifurcated into two, of how much pertains to AS 16 and how much pertains to AS 11. This is where these two standards come together. Okay, that is basically the exchange difference. I have a total exchange difference of 30,000. Now AS 16 says that to the extent the difference between the INR currency interest and the foreign currency interest, okay, if that amount, the difference amount is lesser than the exchange difference, which means if this amount, which is 25,500, is less than 30,000, this whole thing, which is 25,500, will be considered as interest. So out of the total 30,000 of exchange difference, I am going to consider 25,500 as interest, as borrowing cost. Okay. Now, anyways, in my balance sheet, I have the total 54,000. The question is, how do I treat it? Any which ways, I've incurred 54,000 as cost. The question is, how do I treat this? The treatment here is, now to the extent the difference between the INR borrowing and the foreign currency borrowing, okay, that much of exchange difference will be treated as borrowing cost. When anything remaining, which here is 4,500, will be considered as exchange fluctuation. Will be considered exchange fluctuation. This will be dealt in AS 11. I'm not going to discuss this here. Okay. So the treatment of this, okay, the treatment as per AS 11 of what happens to this 4,500, I will discuss in AS 11, not here. But to the extent 25,500, okay, it will be considered as borrowing cost. Therefore, what is my total borrowing cost? Now, if I have to add up both, my borrowing here 4,000, which is nothing but the interest, which is rupees 24,000. Then I'm also considering this as borrowing cost, that is the exchange difference is also considered borrowing cost to the extent how much? 25,500. Therefore, the total borrowing cost which I have recorded is 49,500, which is matching. This is matching to the INR interest amount. That is the whole purpose, just to match. Okay, just to match your interest rate, just to give you the benefit. Okay, just to give you the benefit of having the same interest as you would had you borrowed the amount in INR. Okay, now this is one scenario. If I just have to change this, okay, if I just tweak a little bit. Now here, what do I tweak? Let's say interest was how much then? It was 11% in my previous scenario. Now let's say instead of 11%, let's have an interest of 13%. Okay, interest of INR loan is 13%. Now in such scenario, okay, if I have to find what would be my INR interest, it will be 4,50,000, okay, into 13%. 4,50,000 into 13% is going to be my interest in INR, which is rupees 58,500. Now 58,500 is the interest amount in INR. Had I taken the loan in INR, 58,500 would have been my interest. Now what is the difference? Let's find out the difference again. Okay, between INR, this is between INR interest and USD interest, which is nothing but 58,500 minus 24,000, which is nothing but 34,500. This is the difference between the INR borrowing interest and USD borrowing interest. But let's compare this with the exchange difference I have. How much is the exchange difference? Exchange difference is 30,000, which means the total I have, I have not incurred 34,500. I have incurred only 30,000. Okay, 34,500 is just a amount, a benchmark amount, or you can say just a reference amount. Okay, it's not incurred. I have incurred only 30,000. So in such a scenario, now here what is the situation? The difference, okay, in INR is more than the exchange difference we have. In this situation, okay, the question is, how much do I consider to the extent AS 16 and how much do I consider AS 11? Now in a situation where the difference between the INR and USD is more than the exchange difference, okay, so the amount that I will consider as AS 16 is the whole exchange difference, which is rupees 30,000. Now, as the whole exchange difference is treated as AS16, there will not be anything which I will consider in AS11. Why? Because there is nothing there, nil. Why? Because the whole exchange difference is treated as borrowing cost. In such situation, if I have to find what will be my borrowing cost will be 24,000 plus 30,000, which is rupees 54,000, which is the amount I have incurred. The whole amount will be considered borrowing cost in that situation. But if you compare the current situation here, the difference in the difference between the INR and USD is 25,500, which is less than the exchange difference. So we are considering only the difference, okay, as borrowing cost. The remaining is exchange fluctuation.